Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I thank the honourable member for the question. But let me first thank and acknowledge the Constitutional Office Commission for the conclusion of the selection process and the reappointment of Brigadier General Sitiveni Gillion as the Commissioner of Police, and I take this opportunity to congratulate him and thank him and the Fiji Police Force for the excellent work that they have been doing, and particularly for COVID-19. I know that the lifting of some of the restrictions last week brought a lot of relief to the serving members, not only to them but their families as well, Mr. Speaker, sir. But at the same time, poses some high level of threat as well, particularly in the crime scene and the work that needs to be undertaken in that regard. But I wish to acknowledge the Commissioner for his reappointment, and of course his dedicated team at the headquarters, and of course the men and women of the Fiji Police Force. Mr. Speaker, sir, this is an issue that the Fiji Police Force does not take lightly. And I wish to assure this August House that the Commissioner has taken that stance from the very beginning, and it's interesting and of course good to note as well the decrease I referred to the last quarter of the 2020 period, where there was a decrease of 12% in complaints against the Fiji Police Force. As this question clearly states, Mr. Speaker, sir, it's mainly on two areas when it comes to the conduct and the indiscipline within the forces, Mr. Speaker, sir. One is the complaint against the police, and the other one is for the services that they provide if members of the public are not satisfied with the response or some of the actions undertaken by the Fiji Police Force. And again, Mr. Speaker, as I've stated, this is something that the Fiji Police Force takes seriously. And again, let me assure the august members of the House and the general public that no one in the Fiji Police Force is above the law, and any indiscipline offense committed by any police officer is dealt with under the law and in accordance with the existing systems and processes. Mr. Speaker, the Fiji Police Force structure has an internal affairs department that conducts in-house investigations against any police officer who offends or breaches any regulations or legislation, and all procedures regarding any indiscipline is thoroughly investigated by the institution and dealt with accordingly, Mr. Speaker. So this is also listed in the performance indicators of the Fiji Police Force, and that they have a target to reduce this by 10%, the complaint against the services and the complaint against police. They have set themselves that target of reducing it by 10%, Mr. Speaker, sir. And I again acknowledge them for the great work that they are doing. So we have the Internal Affairs Department that deals with it, and of course complaints not only come through the Fiji Police Force, but of course through other means as well, including from the Office of the Prime Minister, the Attorney General, and other agencies. And this is passed on to the department to deal with it according to the systems and processes that they have in place, Mr. Speaker, sir. May I also assure the the honourable members of this August House that there has been, this was just commissioned last week, Mr. Speaker, sir. The the new command center in Totong. Most of the work in the central business district and of course key strategic locations are all monitored from the new command center, and I hope that members of the House committees would have an opportunity to look at the state-of-the-art facility that is now available, and of course thankful to the Australian and the New Zealand government for providing us that assistance. And the intention now, Mr. Speaker, sir, is to mirror that setup in the various divisional headquarters, including the headquarters of the PSRU. I think that is the immediate priority for now, so that it will improve communications and of course the service delivery, particularly the response time when we have a lot of information available in which headquarters can predict, headquarters can also preempt, and of course be more proactive in responding to some of the incidences that may occur according to the images that are available in the new command center, Mr. Speaker, sir. Equally important, again, is the provision of good communication. As we all understand, without good communication and information, it's hard to command. And therefore, the Fiji Police Force continues to make improvements in this area, Mr. Speaker, sir. I also wish to assure this August House that in terms of managing stress within the police force and the related implications on members of the Fiji Police Force, particularly with the environment that they are exposed in, the Fiji Police Force has now recruited qualified psychologists that are part of the force to look at the management of stress level and other key aspects in relation to the police work. That very briefly, Mr. Speaker, sir, is the how the Fiji Police Force is responding to the complaints against the services and the police. And again, let me assure this August House or this Parliament that the Fiji Police Force does not condone indiscipline by its members, and of course will continue to uphold the rule of the law and investigate all cases of indiscipline and equally bring all police offenders through the normal processes and the justice system in place, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.